everyone, this is the Bearded Xeno.
That's Positive Dolphin.
Evil Omega.
And this is going to be our spoiler cast for Star Wars Episode 7.
Spoiler alert.
Without saying, yes, that there's no need to say this is a spoiler cast. If you watch this and you get spoiled by something, it's not our goddamn fault. Who cares if we put it up on Thursday night for the movie even's officially out on Friday? I don't care.
They're going to click a video that says spoiler.
Spoiler cast. We're spoiling everything, every major plot point about this movie because we're fucking excited and we got to talk to it. Talk about it. I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Neither.
This has made him crazy.
You should. Oh god, you should see when I realized something. We'll get to that. Okay, you want to just start with the top of the movie first?
Yeah, you can do that.
Start with the movie. Okay. The movie starts off with Poe Dameron, right?
We use this little character guide.
On the back of the pot. That's beautiful. The movie starts with Poe Dameron on Jakku. He gets this little key that has a map to where they can find Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, that's the part. That's what they show you in the crawl, that Luke Skywalker's missing. And then the whole point of the movie is to find him.
Which only happens at the very end.
All right, we'll get there.
That's not a problem.
We'll get there. But the crawl, I gotta talk about the crawl. Normally, I read these things like, oh, hey, that's information. But this crawl read so well. Mm-hmm. Starts off with Luke Skywalker has disappeared. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like you said that out loud, too.
Yeah. But yeah, the movie starts off with Poe, and you immediately just fall in love with Poe as a character.
Yeah, he's one of the best characters in the movie.
He's like the new Han Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that vibe immediately when I saw him.
But, the best fucking part about this, we're just going to go ahead and say it. The First Order attacks, I want to call them the Empire, but it's the First Order. They attack. Kylo Ren comes off the goddamn ship. Such a badass. Poe shoots at him, and Kylo Ren just stops the fucking blaster shot mid-air and holds it there for like 5 minutes while he's having a conversation and shit.
That was really cool.
By the way, is that light or plasma?
It's some kind of solid energy. Probably plasma.
Yeah, okay, so...
Probably plasma.
So it's not quite light, but still badass.
Captain Plasma. I gotta get comfy. Sorry. But, that is one of the most badass moments ever. When you see that, you immediately understand how powerful Kylo Ren is.
Not only did he stop that plasma bullet, or energy bullet, whatever you want to call it, he walks around, does other stuff. This is like subconsciously maintaining it.
Yeah, he's not just like constantly holding his hand out. He just lowers his guard and just leaves it there. Frozen in space and time. He is more... immediately you're like, he is more powerful...
than Vader.
Immediately realize he is more powerful than Darth Vader. Because Darth Vader could not stop those blasts when Han Solo was shooting at him in Empire, right?
And even more force... sensitive or efficient than Palpatine or Yoda, because I don't remember Yoda doing anything like that.
No,
the closest thing he did was stop Force lightning, and even then, that's not comparable to this.
And this is not even the biggest show of the Force that he has. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But
the scene also introduces Finn, which I liked how... Well, he's not called Finn yet. But it's cool because you know it's him because at the beginning, I think he loses like one of his best friends there.
Yeah, and he starts freaking out.
Yeah, and he gets that bloody
handprint.
Handprint on his face. So you know it's him for a while after that.
Which... immediately you could tell just the way he's running, like, that's Finn.
Yeah.
That's Finn.
Well, you know as soon as they're focusing on a stormtrooper for that long.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about the movie or saw in the trailer, that you can figure out it's Finn.
Like the first shot of the first trailer, like, hey, there's a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
But, I don't want to do like a step-by-step. We just got to talk about the big moments. I'm just going to talk about
because that was like way too long.
Yeah.
It's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. But, Finn, I really like Finn.
He's my favorite character in this movie.
Really?
Definitely.
Oh, it's hard for me to pick a favorite character because they're all so goddamn good.
They are.
Like, I guess who was your favorite characters?
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren? I like the big four. Rey, Poe, Finn, and Kylo.
So you love all four of those equally?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
we'll see if it changes after multiple viewings because if you remember from our last one with Mad Max, I didn't much care for it after the first viewing, but it really changed after multiple viewings.
But I think all of them are strong leads.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're all strong leads. I think they're amazingly well written and acted. And Daisy Ridley as Rey is the best part about the movie, honestly.
Yeah, she's pretty badass.
It's like her first movie.
Mm-hmm.
She's never really been in anything before like this. She totally carries the movie. Great character. So all those people out there like, oh yeah, this is just anti-feminist film.
Yeah, the people call it sexist when it's not. She's the most badass woman character I've seen in a long time.
Easily,
in any movie.
Probably easily the strongest character. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Of course. But the introduction of the Millennium Falcon was genius.
That was great.
We forgot BB-8. How could we forget BB-8? The most adorable fucking droid ever.
That was a cool droid.
But yeah, Finn, very charismatic. Mm-hmm. I like Finn quite a lot, and I like the journey that he takes throughout this film.
Yeah.
But
I wish they would have given us a bit more backstory on it, because it seemed like he, became frightened of the First Order way too quickly.
He doesn't have much of a backstory. I mean, he was born into being a stormtrooper.
That was his first time going into battle, too.
Yeah.
So
that
he's
makes
trained
sense to me.
go into battle to kill for the First Order, and then first battle,
Yeah, that makes
he
sense.
wusses out.
That makes sense more than if it was his 100th battle to me.
It's like, wait a minute, I don't think this is for me anymore.
Yeah, because he didn't kill anybody. He couldn't do it.
But
Yeah,
war
that
can
makes
take
sense.
its toll.
Yeah, I forgot about that. When all the stormtroopers raise their blasters and just fire on the civilians.
He's just kind of pretending, yeah.
He just pretends and then lowers his blaster like, I can't fucking do this.
Yeah.
Brilliant! Fucking brilliant!
Captain Phasma notices all that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, we'll go ahead and talk about Captain Phasma because we can cover that in all about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
Sadly.
very, very small part. Very small part.
But back to Finn having to lower his weapon. I mean, that was his first battle. War hasn't taken its toll yet.
Yeah, but he just inherently knows it's wrong to slaughter people like that.
Yeah. It's like, this is not right. I don't like this.
Yeah.
I thought it was more out of fear than out of morality.
Well,
Well, it's
anyway,
both. It's
Yeah.
both at the same time.
If you fear something, you don't like it.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, back to Captain Phasma. Disappointingly small part.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of knew coming in
Yeah.
that
I knew that coming in.
she wasn't as important as they made it look like in the trailers.
Still more screen time than Boba Fett.
Yes. In the original trilogy combined.
Yes. Yes, sadly. Yes.
Yeah.
But hopefully she comes back. She didn't have an on-screen death or anything like that.
I think she will.
Yeah.
I definitely think she will.
But I guess go ahead and talk about Han Solo and
Yeah.
Chewbacca. My God.
It's great.
First off, the comedy banter between them two.
It's perfect.
So on
It
fucking
felt
point.
like just it did in the original trilogy.
So it literally, it doesn't feel like 30 years passed. It feels like we just got dropped right back in this universe.
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
So fucking awesome. And Chewbacca, everybody knows about Chewbacca.
He's really funny. For someone who doesn't speak words, he's one of the funniest characters in the movie.
This happens later, but Chewbacca gets injured, right? And he's getting doctored.
Yeah.
Like by a lady, and she's treating him like a little kid. Oh, you're so brave!
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, now we gotta talk about the scene that feels the most out of place, and that is whenever. I mean, it's not bad, but this is the one scene I'm like, maybe you should have took this out,
Yeah, went on a little bit too long.
and it felt unnecessary, right?
The creatures being released in the
Yeah, and they
cargo.
kind of just throw that.
Whenever the
in there.
pirates get, it's like two bands of pirates. Like, oh, I liked it. Han Solo owes both of them, and they had some good
That's
moments
hilarious.
there.
It's so Han Solo too.
Yeah,
And it brings you back to before you first meet him.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
but
know,
it was about 3 times as long as it needed to be. Okay, yeah, we get it. He swindled 2 people at the same time. Move on.
yeah, but they had to explain how they got out of that situation though. It's a pretty bad situation because they were surrounded by the pirate people.
Yeah, but
so.
I think the creature scene just went on a little bit
Yeah,
too longer.
yeah.
Like the creatures, I didn't like the design of the creatures. They were just like Cthulhu balls, I guess.
Pretty much.
That's all they look like, and I didn't like the design of them. CG was way too obvious, I think. But if they had just made it short and not had the whole sequence where Finn gets grabbed by one of them and Rey has to save him, so like that. That felt like, okay, now we're just adding time to the running time here. But
And the next scene is when they go to that cantina Cantina Part 2, Cantina Harder.
Yeah.
It's just pretty much the same scene from the original movie. But it's just...
It's like the Cantina meets Jabba's Palace a little bit.
Yeah. That's the perfect way to describe it.
And, Maz Kanata's layer is really awesome. And this is when we get the big reveal for Rey, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course, if you watch Rebels, you know that when the Jedis go through trials, they basically have hallucinations and like their darkest fears, and they have to fight their darkest fears and hallucinations in order to the path to become a Jedi. She clearly goes through that here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly goes through that here.
And she didn't need to play strong with the Force to do it.
Well, I mean, she was near the lightsaber, which was...
yeah, but didn't Luke need an entire cave?
True, but still, that lightsaber carries a lot of weight with it, I think. We don't know what's happened to that lightsaber in the 30 years that we haven't seen it, but...
Which they conveniently just punt that storyline in the next movie in one little line.
That is the story for another time.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck
as
you!
soon as she said that, I
Don't
turned to
Conan
you.
it,
It was like,
please,
that
just-
means next movie.
Please, just don't Conan it. In time, he became a king by his own hand.
No one's going to get that reference.
That is
I'm gonna cut
another
this out.
story.
No one's going to get that reference.
I'm cutting that out.
Anyway, what's next?
But,
Oh, and then she tries to run away.
she tries to run away, and that's when Kylo hunts her down, right? And this is where we get the second biggest, like fucking demonstration of his power.
Yeah.
Where he just, like, locks her body up.
Think
Just-
back now, y'all. Freeze!
Just so goddamn cool. Oh, I think I had an audible gasp when that happened. Just,
Yeah, I think you did too. I heard that.
so fucking good. I guess we can talk about Kylo Ren, his character. I guess
He seems more sane than Vader.
for sure, but he's far more conflicted.
Yeah,
Far more
definitely.
conflicted.
I mean, yeah, he did Force choke some people, but I don't think he actually killed any of his officers despite a bunch of crap happening under their watch.
I like how he gets mad and just starts wrecking everything. That
Yeah.
happens twice.
Yeah.
I
He,
love it.
he wrecks stuff, but he doesn't actually kill anybody.
True. Which is
But,
smarter.
Well, okay.
well.
We'll get to that. But
Well.
he doesn't kill his officers for bad
Unlike
stuff
Vader.
happening.
He's not like Vader, where he chokes at every officer that he can get his force grip around. It's like, you didn't fix my coffee right.
And think
You
about,
saw this.
and thing about Finn is he almost runs away. Like he just wants to get away from all that. He's
Yeah,
just trying to run away from being like a traitor to the First Order.
which I love that. He's just like, I don't want to have part of this shit anymore.
And he gets that close. He gets on that ship with those like the cleaner people from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
You know, you get away. He was as close to leaving with them, and then he comes back.
Like, no, fuck this shit. I'm going. And of course, I called this shit a long time ago. You go watch my Finn action figure review. I said he is not force sensitive. The lightsaber and the thing is just a trick, and I thought that Rey was going to be force sensitive. And I fucking called that shit. Maybe we'll get to more of that in detail, but I fucking called that shit, okay?
Yeah, you called all this stuff a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. The battle that they had on that little planet, I don't know what planet it was, but that was nice. The X-Wings coming out of the water,
That looked great.
that was so awesome. Leia's introduction was, like, pretty heartfelt. I just burped.
Eh.
But the best part, C-3PO is still a cockblock.
Oh God, he's just still an asshole in general. Which that's what I wanted from him because that's what he's always been. So that's his character.
It's just when he's like, oh, hi Han Solo. You may not recognize me. I have a red arm now. I'm C-3PO.
Yeah, I mean,
So you have a red arm, dumbass.
I really don't care about the story behind that, which I'm sure they'll.
Yeah, it's just a red arm. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so fucking hilarious. He's like, oh yeah, I'm a big deal. This red arm is a big deal. Don't worry about me though. I'm fine. It's like, shut up, you asshole. Fucking Chewbacca. I just love Chewbacca so much. Oh, and Han gets Chewie's blaster. He's like, let me have that.
That's really good. This is fun.
That's so fucking good.
Let's talk about the new Star Killer and how much better it is than the Death Star.
Oh,
Reminds me a
it's,
bit of a Pokeball.
it's like 12 times as big.
Yeah, they use a graphic to compare them, and it literally is 12 times
A
big.
little graphic.
And it destroys multiple planets at once instead of just one at a time.
And it's solar powered.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
which no one really cares about, but they use it more of a plot device to give it a time limit.
Yeah.
Which I not noticed.
But I think they destroy Coruscant in this.
Maybe?
I really do. I think that's the planet that they destroyed, which is pretty freaking interesting.
Which, to the other joy of the bearded Xeno and surprisingly Dolphin, means that
Yeah.
Jar Jar could have possibly died.
I hope so. No, if he dies, I want it to like be shown. Like I want to
On
see his
screen.
melt. Yeah, I want to see his face melting off
Right.
on screen. Yeah, that's what
But I
wanna
could
see.
imagine that, after giving, making the Chancellor the Emperor, he would have gotten fired and sent back to Tatooine.
True, that was a long time ago.
Anyways, let's talk about Rey's interrogation scene.
Okay.
That was one of these most tense moments I've ever seen in any movie ever.
It was.
And it literally was just two people staring at each other doing nothing.
Yeah.
There was like a good 45-second stretch where they were just staring at each other, not emoting whatsoever, and nothing was happening, but the tension was just building and building and building and building, and it was so fucking effectful.
I was surprised we got to see Kylo Ren's face this early in the trilogy. Like how you would assume they would save that for the end, kind of like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Original trilogy. But there's that, and he was just shocked that he couldn't get the information out of Rey.
Which was the first clue, like, hey, she's force sensitive. Well,
Yeah.
second clue, because the
And not only force sensitive, but really fucking strong with it.
Insanely strong, which
Yeah.
is one of the few things that bothers me with this movie.
Not me.
well, women can't have force powers.
Yeah.
It's not
Sexist.
that! Kylo Ren, who's been training for years,
That's
since birth,
I mean, that's a decent argument, but it doesn't bother me
loses
because
to a
Rey is the
person who
protagonist.
just discovered and was self-taught 5 minutes ago how to use the Force.
I'm just saying, if he can read information from her, she can read information from him, and therefore she learned the training as well. Just say,
We
but
probably talked about more on this topic than anything about the movie, so
Yeah.
we'll save y'all from
just
all that.
gloss over that.
Yeah.
But
We'll save that for the end or another video.
yeah,
Yeah.
the best part is when the guard is sitting there and she's trying to Jedi mind trick him.
Oh, yeah. See, it doesn't work because she wasn't, like, looking at him,
Yeah,
is what I assumed. But
yeah. It's like, you will unshackle me, leave the room, and leave the door open. No, I won't.
and I thought it'd be funnier if they
Scum,
left
you're
him
scum.
to not do that, because as we were talking about earlier, the Jedi mind tricks don't work more often than they do work. So it would have been
Yeah.
funny
I
either
don't
way.
recall when they didn't work.
There's
except
a lot of
for,
times where they don't work.
You haven't seen the movies in years. We've saw them.
And yeah, we've seen them all, like, in the past couple
Trust
days.
us, it's there.
Yeah.
Trust us, it's there.
But I think it would have been funny either way, but they had to have a way for her to get out. So
Oh my god, we gotta talk about how funny the movie is. But like, when
it's so funny. It's funnier than most straight up comedies I've seen this year.
one of the funniest parts to me is whenever Kylo finds that Rey has escaped and he's just chopping the shit out of that interrogation chair.
He destroys rooms in anger.
Yeah, and the two stormtroopers come by and they see sparks flying out of the room. One's like, "Whoa, dude, whoa!"
That was really funny.
I just want to give that. I just want to give that already. Oh god, I fucking love it.
And then all the references to the original trilogy.
A lot
Yeah.
of those too. I know
So
those.
it's a little too much for my taste, I think.
Really?
Yeah, like I said, just like the training droid that Luke uses in A New Hope, it's just there on the Millennium Falcon. You know, Finn finds it, like, oh, what's this? And throws it over his shoulder.
That I didn't even pick up on.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either until you said it.
It was really quick. It was like half a second, but just like stuff like that is just a little quick.
You
But-
mean like the ball he's supposed to hit with his lightsaber, but then they blindfold him?
Yeah.
That's what I thought you meant.
I can, with the blast shield done, I can't see anything.
How am I supposed to fight?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to get power converters from Tashi Station now?
Oh, God. Alright. I think it's getting close to probably the biggest twist of the whole movie.
You want to just go ahead and say it? Oh, no. Okay, now I got to touch on this.
Okay.
You know, Han, Finn, and Chewie, right?
Yeah.
It's just them, right?
Yeah.
BB-8 too. No, BB-8 is with Poe. With Poe now. He's
Yeah.
back with Poe. So it's just them three. Rey's still captured with Kylo Ren, and they're sneaking into the base. I love this part so much. Han goes, so what division were you go in? Then he goes, sanitation. He's like, are you kidding me?
He's pissed. But I was thinking, like, that's good. That means he goes everywhere. He doesn't just sit in the
Everywhere
same
gets
place.
dirty, so sanitation would go everywhere.
I'd be pissed if you said any other position but that.
And then Chewie says something. He's like, I don't care if you're cold. Fucking love that so much.
Yeah.
And then when they get in there, they have a confrontation with Captain Phasma. And this is one of the best callbacks in the film for me. It's like they're trying to figure out what to do with Captain Phasma.
Oh, yeah. That was great.
Is there a garbage disposal around here? Trash compactor?
Yeah, there is. It's another callback to the original, which I
fucking love that. That's the last time we saw Captain Phasma, so I'm just gonna assume that she's still alive.
Yeah, it's pretty ambiguous, but
Yeah.
I think she'll be back.
Now, I guess we're gonna have to go to the big part. The big fucking part, and that is where Leia gets brutally murdered. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Oh, we totally glossed over like the big part. Well,
there's too much to talk about in this video, so that's okay.
We're gonna go ahead and cover the big plot twist
Okay.
that happened like 30 minutes before this. That is Kylo Ren is Han Solo's son.
Yeah, this is a huge bomb they drop.
Huge bomb.
Yeah,
So Han confronts him, and his name is Ben Solo.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize this until we got into
until the movie was over.
I picked up on that as soon as they
Yeah.
As
said
soon
it.
as we got in the
both did.
fucking car, we were talking about it. It was like, somebody called him Kylo, and I said Ben Solo. And they're like, wait a minute, they named it after Obi-Wan!
Yeah.
That's amazing! I had like a legit freak out in the
Yeah.
fucking car. But that's amazing. But yeah, he confronts Ben. And Han dies.
Yeah, Kylo Ren murders Han Solo.
I called
Sticks
Yeah.
the lightsaber
I called
in
both
the
those
gut.
things, by the way, him being his son and him killing him. I figured that was going to be his irredeemable act,
Yeah,
and that's what it is.
I knew going in I wouldn't be surprised if Han Solo died because Harrison Ford just isn't crazy about being in the Star Wars universe.
And
so-
him being so happy on the press tour, he's like, yeah.
Yeah, I really couldn't see him being in all three, so I wasn't surprised.
He's probably still
But I
getting
loved how he
royalties
did
from the
it.
original trilogy, so he doesn't need
Really,
any more money.
wow. But I loved how they did it. I think it was a great thing to do.
Oh, yeah, I knew it was coming, but I love the way that they did it.
Yep.
Especially with the symbolism, with the sun
Yeah.
being out. Kylo's trying to go back to the light, right? The sun goes out, it goes dark, he turns.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. And when Chewie flips his shit, that was the best part of the movie for me. Where he just fucking shoots Kylo. It just starts like, "Rah!" and just shoots everything around him.
And now that I think about it, he shouldn't have gotten hit.
Not just a little Chewie's accurate.
Yeah,
No,
it's
not
good.
even that. You remember at the very beginning?
He had his guard down. He had his sword through his fucking
Yeah,
dead.
he just killed his dad. Distracted. Anyway, he goes insane and starts murdering everyone.
I thought
Which I
Chewie was
love.
going to die there too. I thought
Yeah, we all thought he would go too crazy and get himself killed.
And then there is a big climactic lightsaber fight between Finn and Kylo Ren. And Finn gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, which
Really,
we all said that if Finn would have beat him in a lightsaber fight, that would have been bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's good that he lost terribly because it wouldn't have made sense for him to win.
And then Rey gets the lightsaber, which is a really like epic moment in the film, but then everybody in the theater just kind of overblew it. They're like,
Yeah, they started clapping when she got the lightsaber. Like, why?
but that was a
Well,
bad.
I mean, she beat Kylo in, a forced tug of war.
I was just
between
mad
lightsaber.
at all the times the audience clapped. Like, I just don't like people who are
That-
way too into Star Wars, and they clapped over a lot of stupid things, I thought.
Yeah.
I understand how that's irritating.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's Star Wars.
I don't care. It's a fucking movie.
But it's such
So
an
I see
epic
it.
moment, though. It is an epic moment
Yeah.
because Kylo's like trying to pull the lightsaber towards him, and it goes past him
Yeah,
to Rey.
yeah, and it's an awesome shot. The whole thing is
Yeah,
just looks
it's-
amazing.
Yeah, it's just like one shot and it follows the lightsaber
Mm-hmm.
to her. It's so fucking beautiful. And she's just amazing with the lightsaber. She really is.
Yeah, that's another thing we talked about, how she shouldn't be able to beat Kylo Ren. But we also figured out that
He was wounded.
He was
Wounded,
emotionally
distracted,
distressed. He
yeah.
was wounded by Chewie. Wasn't he also wounded by somebody else?
Well,
I think Finn maybe got one little hit on him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
like one, maybe.
I would have been really mad about her winning so easily if those things hadn't happened.
Well, she didn't technically win. She just bested him. She didn't defeat him.
None of
She
them
could
really
have killed
won or
him.
lost.
I count that as a win for her.
True,
And a loss for
whatever.
him.
But
It's also weird how the planet like cracks like exactly where they are, like right between them. I thought that was kind of movie gimmicky-ish, but it had to happen.
so, like, was the whole planet built around the sun? I think that's what.
I didn't really get how the whole planet blew up.
Because it
after
formed into
that.
a sun after.
Yeah. Well, I think it just looked like that because it was blowing up.
But
It was like blowing up from the inside
it
out.
did form into a sun. It settled into a sun.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so it kind of exploded and then imploded.
I guess.
Whatever.
Anyways,
We'll leave that up to people in the comments.
I guess we're going to talk about the things we
I'll do
didn't
it,
like.
Okay. Only thing I didn't like was that one scene with, and can't even say I didn't like that. I just went on too long. I'm not very nitpicky about stuff, and there isn't a whole scene that I can say that I didn't like. I loved it.
You know what I didn't like?
What?
Named Up.
Fucking name no. This monkey face bastard that we hate. I mean, I hate him, but Demeter just loathes him with all his being.
Fucking
Like,
hate
every
Named
time
Up.
he's on screen, I just look over at you, just raging.
And I'm just like seething in my
just
seat.
trying not to scream at the screen.
It's like, kill him!
Every time a fighter pilot blew up, I was thinking, was that him? Was that Nub?
Please be
Yeah,
Named
I was
Up.
looking for clues that might have been him, but no, I don't think he died.
Sadly, no.
I like how the Mats Parkman from Heroes.
Greg Grunberg.
Yeah, that's his real name. I like how he was in there.
Yeah.
He's kind of a big guy. He maybe replaced, he's the new Porkins.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a fat guy, but he was the biggest one of them
He looked
all.
pretty fat when he was squeezed inside that X-Wing.
True, yeah. That's why he reminded me of him.
But it'd be funny if he has, like, Porkins brands on or something.
I would love that.
But, I guess what's your favorite part?
I loved so much. I can't pick one favorite part.
Oh, God, we forgot the ending. How could we forget the
We're
ending?
not done. Well, I didn't forget it.
Well, it looks like we went on to the best and the last part. I forgot.
It's whatever.
I forgot.
We got time. You might need to say it, though, because this is going to
They
be about
find
30
Luke
minutes.
after all the important stuff happens.
Which isn't a problem at all. I don't get why you think it's a big deal.
R2-D2 shut down from emotional distress, which a droid shouldn't even have in the first place.
Yeah, that was stupid.
And then he didn't even think to pick himself up and show them the rest of the map when they needed him most. When it would have been the best time for him to come back and help out.
then it would have been too easy.
Well, listen here. If you had just walked out of Empire Strikes Back, which arguably is the best, I think Episode 7 is better, but most people still think that Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars. Imagine you're in 1980. You have to wait 3 years for the next sequel to come out. You walk out of that theater like, what kind of fucking ending was that?
Yeah. We're really lucky these are only coming out 2 years apart.
Yeah, 2 years apart. We know it's already coming. Back then, it's like, shit, are we going to get another one?
And think of how pissed off people were after Phantom Menace. They had to wait 3 years. Yeah, they had.
For Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. That really
Yeah.
sucked. Feel bad for those people.
So yeah, this ending does not bother me at all.
No,
I think
it
it's
was
beautiful.
perfect. Yeah, because it's the first episode of a trilogy. You actually shouldn't wrap everything up in the first movie. It's a bad idea to.
This one was Han's film. The next one is going to be
Luke's.
Luke's. It's going to be
Looks
Luke.
like it.
It's going to be. This was Han and Ben's journey.
Yeah,
The next one's going to be Luke and Rey's journey. That's what I think.
I think so too. And that makes perfect sense. And that's why I think it's amazing that they end the movie on revealing Luke, because that's, like you said earlier, it's the purpose of this first movie. Like in the crawl, it tells you that's the problem, is everyone wants to find Luke Skywalker. So ending it with them finding him makes perfect sense to me. So yeah.
Well, yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about it is he had no line. He just.
Yeah.
But that was another moment where it was just two people staring at each other, and it was super effective.
The only other thing I really didn't like about it was Rey's quick mastery of the Force. I don't know if I mentioned this in this little podcast.
I wouldn't
before.
say mastery, but you're right. Her
She
skills
mastered it
escalated quickly. Yeah.
way too quickly.
Well,
Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
if you watch A New Hope, literally he just picks up the lightsaber and he's like, "Oh hey, look, I guess I'm a Jedi now."
And then he
He
has
at
that
least had a
perfect
little
shot
bit of-
into the Death Star. There's that too.
Okay, luck could have also been on his side at the time, and at least he had a little bit of training with that little droid. She picked it up first battle in.
I
She held
still
her own.
maintain that she took information from Kylo because she had no idea that she had the Force whatsoever until she did that.
Which, how should she have been able to do that?
If he can read her mind and she's Force sensitive, why can't she read his?
But doesn't it take, a little bit of learning and teaching at least to be able to do that?
Well, when he created that bridge, it opened it up. It opened the floodgates.
Yeah. There's a lot of other series that use that exact same thing you're talking about.
But still,
I get that.
That's the equivalent of watching somebody do it once and then trying to do it yourself.
No, it's like you're linking their brain, so you kind of learn it yourself.
Yeah.
Is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't have a problem with any of that because at the end of the day, she's protagonist. So
I guess I'm just tired of the convenience for the heroes.
Yeah.
It's convenient for them to do this, so we'll just let them do it.
Sometimes movies have to do that, but that's
Yeah,
discussion. Yeah, it's whatever. Perfect. Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, I fucking love this movie. Okay, I guess we're going to have to give it a rating out of 10.
Oof. I don't want to go first.
I
I don't think you want to go first either.
You go first.
Yeah, you go first.
You go first. Out of 10, what would you rate this?
I decline to rate it.
Decline?
No, we just pass it to you. We have to. Just
And I will
first thought.
tell you why I decline. Mad Max is now a 9 out of 10 at least for me, whereas before I gave it, 7 out of 10?
Seven.
Yeah, you gave it 7 first.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. So it jumped up 2 points on a 10-point scale at least after the second or third viewing.
After one viewing, what would you rate it?
7.
7? Well,
The
7's
things
not,
that
Yeah,
bothered
that's
me
still good.
were really... They
Minor.
really didn't...
7's
They
not a
weren't
bad
minor.
score.
That's why I'm giving it a 7. But
Don't.
I think they're minor. Anyway.
See, it's your opinion. You're totally
Yeah,
entitled to your
that's
opinion
true.
too, and
That's
your
true.
opinion can change either way. You can get worse, or it could get better, just like it did with Mad Max.
Would be hilarious.
But a 7 means good. 7's not bad.
Be hilarious. We all
It's
bought
worth
on
watching
DVD
in
and it's like,
theaters,
I
but
hate
don't
it
get
now.
too
It's like
excited.
a 3.
It's like Phantom Menace. Oh, I saw it 18 times before I saw it. I thought I hated it.
Which people did do that.
Yeah,
It's a fact.
but okay, we're gonna have to give it a score here. I don't know. 10.
Yeah, I'm going to say 10.
10.
I just-
10.
10 out of 10.
love- yeah.
Absolute perfection.
Yes.
Well, there's no such a thing as absolute perfection in a movie, but the things that were quote unquote wrong with it, which is so minuscule to me, it's not going to take away from a 10.
It's like
right.
nitpicks. We have nitpicks.
Yeah, we have nitpicks.
nitpicks.
What movie would you give a 10? Because nothing's perfect. Like, no video game is perfect either, but they still got to give out 10 sometime
Yeah.
to let people know, like, just that's
10
how
means
great it
it's
is.
the absolute best that it could be.
Last Airbender series.
The cartoon.
Yes.
How about a movie, though?
What a movie.
Nothing comes to mind at the moment.
Spaceballs.
Even then, that'd be a 9.
Well, it's just, okay. Well, you're far more strict, I guess, in your rating. We're far more lenient, I guess. We had a good time.
that makes sense.
I'm in between strict and lenient up until you get to about 9, but then to get a 10 out of 10, it has to be impressive.
Here's
Is this supposed to be impressive?
It was impressive.
Mind blowing. How about that?
Oh, okay.
It was
To
impressive.
me, it was mind-blowing, so anyway.
It was impressive. Most impressive. That was the lowest hanging fruit ever. I just
Yeah.
Okay, this is the question for all of us in the
Okay.
room. Is it the best film of the year? Does it beat Mad Max?
I thought about this, and I think it does.
As big of a Mad Max fan as I am of Fury Road, this is now my favorite film of the year.
So I was hoping so I wouldn't sound as
Again, I can't
radical.
I watched Fury Road and I'm like, I'm shiny and chrome. I'm on the Fury Road. Come on. And I just watched
I
him
love it
repeat.
too. Like I'm
But
pretty sure I
he
gave
has
that movie
yet
a
to
10 too when it came out. I think we both gave it a 10 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both amazing films.
Yeah, you have to see them both.
But they both have yet to spray paint their mouths with chrome paint.
That would just be stupid too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Fucking. This clearly has the better story over Mad Max because Mad Max barely had any story. It was just all action.
yeah.
Mad Max clearly has the better action, but this is the better film.
Mhm.
This is the better film overall.
Exactly. So yeah.
Jesus.
I'm not stuff to say, but even if you haven't seen any of the Star Wars movies, I think you would get most of what's going on. Like you won't get all the references. As long as someone tells you who Han, Leia, and Luke are, you'll be fine coming to this movie. Like, don't even worry about watching the prequels. This has nothing to do with the prequels.
I don't even think you need to see the original trilogy. Because it's like,
that's
oh,
what I'm
hey,
saying,
look.
yeah. any
Luke.
of them.
Oh, okay. I guess Luke is this guy that they're looking for. Cool.
And those are such big characters in pop culture. Like, you would know who those people are anyway.
There are people who've never seen Star Wars that know that Darth Vader is Luke's father.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people who could probably piece together most of the story of the original trilogy without ever seeing them because they're referenced so much.
Yeah, it's been spoofed and satirized.
It's
million
pop culture.
times.
It's part of pop culture
It
forever.
is. It is. So, not seeing the other ones is an excuse not to see it. You need to see this as soon as tickets are available.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we ordered these tickets. I think I read the date was October 21st or something.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. We got these tickets.
Worth it.
Totally worth it. And there were people in front of us who were like, I'd like to see the next showing of Star Wars, please. And I'm like, no, we've been sold out for weeks. What an idiot to walk up and just expect to see Star Wars like the day it
So
comes
it's
out.
opening now. Dude, these have been sold out for 2 fucking months.
Yeah. But I'm glad we prepared. Which also, one more thing. We sat in the theater for nearly an hour and a half before the movie actually started.
My
to get
butt
good,
got numb.
yeah, but just to get good seats, it was totally worth it too.
There was not
Totally
an
worth
empty
it.
seat in that house at all.
And then even if you came, it started at 7:30. Even if you came at 7 o'clock, you were doomed to like the neck breaker seats. Yeah, yeah. So we were smart getting in there super early. I'm glad we did.
So I can't believe I fucking gave it a 10, but I gave it a fucking 10.
Yeah.
Empire's
Oh, I knew as soon as I saw it. Like when we got out, I'm like, I'm gonna give it a 10. I just didn't want to sound as radical if you didn't give it
If
a 10
I can be
too.
completely honest here, I think you two are still riding the hype.
I don't care if we do
Watch
think that
it.
because I loved it.
Watch it 6 months from now.
Think about it.
All right.
I knew everything that was going to happen in this movie just by pure prediction,
Yeah.
and I still gave it a 10. Like, I was still shocked by the delivery of it. I'm like, oh yeah, I know Han Solo's probably going to die, and I know that Kylo Ren's probably going to be his son, because that's probably what they're going to do, and Rey's probably going to be Luke's daughter, even though they don't say that in the movie. I'm 100%
Yeah,
positive.
I think most people who pay attention will come out of that assuming that's true. Even
That's
if they
probably
don't
going to be
say
the
it.
big reveal on 8.
Yeah,
By the way,
I
when they
think
do
so, too.
reveal that, what's this going to imply about how force sensitivity is passed down?
We don't care about that because that's kind of comparable to midichlorians, and we just don't care about that. To me,
So,
To me,
what was the
so-
midichlorian count in this movie? Fucking zero.
No mention of that, which we knew would be because they asked J.J. Abrams about that, and he's like, what are those? The midichlorians? I have no idea.
But yeah, like, in case you're wondering, like, do you need to see the prequels? No.
Because the director of this movie hated the prequels, and he pretty much acts like half of the concepts they introduce in the prequels don't exist.
Yeah.
Also, if you didn't know this before, there's no Jar Jar Binks, which made my day.
P.U.S.A. I still had Nina, though! And I hate Nina more than I hate Jar Jar.
Yeah. Yeah. But
No, Jar Jar making me so sad.
for real, though, last thing is J.J. Abrams did an amazing job.
Our Lord and Savior, J.J.
Yeah. He is a better director than George Lucas, by far.
J.J. the Hutt. Blah, 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 blah.
The only decent thing George Lucas did was come up with the initial idea for Star Wars. Like, he planned out the story, but that's it. He's a shitty writer, he's a shitty director, all
Well,
of that. I can't stand it.
He did 3 and 4. He directed 3 and 4, and they were great films. So, well, 4's amazing.
3 and 4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He directed A New
Okay,
Hope.
I
and
like 3.
He directed the prequels. All 3 of the prequels, and he directed A New Hope.
Okay,
So-
I'll give him A New Hope, but that was his first
Yeah.
big thing.
But 3's pretty damn good, too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
He just fucked up 1 and 2 so bad. That's just... And those...
He's 50-50.
Yeah.
But JJ is 100% right now.
Yeah. He's 1 for 1. Doing amazing.
Like, this
Hey,
is what
you forgot
happens
Star
when...
Trek.
We're just talking about Star Wars, though.
Oh, I thought you were talking about J.J. Abrams as the director overall.
No.
I like Star Trek.
Well, yeah, we love Star Trek movies, too. I don't know what else he's done, but...
Mission
does
Impossible
great.
3. Super 8, which I fucking
I love
Super 8.
too, yeah. That was a good movie. Oh, God. It's only 40 minutes.
Well, you don't have to edit this shit. So.
Alright,
might,
anybody
it's a
want to
lot.
talk about what we might want to see in 8?
Fuck it, we're long enough as it is. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think they should focus more on Rey and Luke and just do more stuff with that. Of course, explain what happens to Kylo Ren. Hopefully show more of Captain Phasma.
Oh, we forgot
That'd
about
be
the
great.
scar. The scar.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a
big
thing for him.
part.
Yeah.
Something I'd like for them to do is, maybe Kylo Ren, as part of his training, induces force sensitivity to some of the soldiers. give it to people who aren't meant to have it, and then watch them either, go completely insane, maybe turn against him.
Yeah, you've been talking about that idea for years, and it would be interesting to see.
I mean, they kind of did it in the Force Unleashed thing, where they, did they do that, or was
I
Star
haven't
Killer
played
already
those.
Force
I don't know.
sensitive?
I haven't played them. I don't plan on playing them because they're not canon.
Yeah, this will be fun.
They're interesting spin-offs, man.
Yeah.
At least watch a Let's Play of it.
I played
It would be cheap. I'd probably get it for like $5 by now. So
Steam probably cheaper than that.
yeah,
Yeah.
send this.
I guess what I want out of episode 8 is clearly more Captain Phasma, more Poe Dameron. Because I fucking loved Poe. Poe was awesome. I want to see Rey become a full-fledged Jedi. And I want to see Luke kick some fucking ass.
And I want to see a more even matchup between Kylo and Rey.
All right.
And I think the words, Rey, I am your father, will be spoken in episode 8.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I bet most people coming out of this movie are going to think the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure we're not alone with that idea.
Pretty
We're pretty sure, yeah.
Pretty sure that
I mean,
Luke is
the
her
way
father.
they talk about her and the way other characters talk to her, she's obviously related to these people somehow.
She's so in tune with the Force.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
She masters that lightsaber so well.
It'd almost be impossible not to be related to Luke.
Yeah, she's Luke's daughter. She's Luke's daughter.
Yeah.
Now, who's her mother? That's the question. Yeah. But, yeah. Anyways, that's going to be it for this spoiler cast. Yeah, I know it was a bit scattershot, but that's because we are just fucking trying to...
And it's midnight. We're just doing this off
We're
the top of
still
our
coming
head.
down from
So,
it.
yeah.
We're still coming down from the high, or they are.
Yeah, you're settled on a 7.
He's sitting on the side sipping his haterade over here.
I'm not hating
Got a
it.
tall glass of haterade.
I'm not hating it. I gave it a 7. If I was hating it, I'd give it a 5.
Compared to us. Sure.
No Jar Jar, 1 out of 10. Would not Jar Jar again.
Anyway, let's end this thing. It's been fun, but oh my god, it's going to be like 40-something minutes.
I'm the one that has to edit this shit, so...
It's probably going to be released in parts.
No, I'm not pulling off.
All right.
Yeah,
You're gonna do spoiler free.
Yeah, spoiler free
Video.
review, just like I did with the rest of them. But...
Alright.
That's
Okay,
the
Crazy
Abomination Neem Nub translation is good night, everybody. Go see this movie. If you watch this and you haven't seen the movie, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that was stupid.
What the fuck are you doing?
Fucking stupid. Unsubscribe.
Yeah, unsubscribes. Poon scrub.
Just fucking kill it. Anakin it.
But it's a youngling.